ladies and gentlemen, we're always excited to bring to you and phenomenal, incredible people. So we are not going to disappoint you right now. We have a young man who he's an educator, political science at Kennedy King College. He has degrees, of course, to be an educator on the college level. Some of you may have even seen him on WYCC, a television show called The Professors. Done all kind of incredible work in the public and the educational, as well as in the corporate industry or arena. But he also, what we're going to talk about today is an incredible performance group, entertainment business that he has launched many years ago. He's done all kind of phenomenal stuff, touring the country, dancing, murder, mystery, dinner, theater, entertainment, plays. Just man, he's a choreographer. Just an incredible brother. So with no further ado, I want to bring to Bean Soup Radio, Brother Ted Williams. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Man, I am doing fantastic. Glad to be on top side of the earth today.
You and me both, bro. You and me both.
So, man, of course, I just gave a peep into your background in the introduction. But, man, tell us about, entertainment, political science. Man, you're just all over the map doing incredible stuff. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Sure. First of all, Brother Toy, I want to thank you for that gracious introduction. I said, man, who are you talking about? You can't be talking about me. Man, I tell you, a lot of days, man, I feel like I'm just out here, like all of us, just trying to make a living with whatever God has given me. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And so I'm here to talk today a little bit about our theater company. I teach political science at Kennedy King College at Chicago State University also, and we do a political talk show called The Professors, which is very, very enjoyable. I'm a firm believer that our community really needs three things to survive and thrive. We need education. We have to really recommit ourselves to education and the possibilities that exist in education. We also need the faith community, I think, is extremely important, and I think that the moral component that the faith community brings to our community is so needed in our young people today, that education, the faith community are vital to our community going forward. But last but not least, and this is where I try to live in these three realms myself, we need businesses in our community, and we need businesses to employ people, we need businesses to recirculate our dollars, etc. And so I come from a background of my father is an entrepreneur. He was a car dealer for about 10 years in South Bend, Indiana. He now is a McDonald's owner-operator in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And both him and his younger brother, Philip, who is actually an entrepreneur here in Chicago, who used to run a place called Melrose Park, Lincoln Mercury, and now does a fire escape business here, really instilled in myself, my brother, and my cousins the idea of really getting out and doing your own thing. And so while I really enjoy what I do academically, I understand that as a business person, I'm able to create opportunities for myself, my family, and for other people that would not exist there. Having said that, the major opportunity that we're talking about today is the Third Dimension Performance Group. Third Dimension was founded back in 1999 by myself and with the help of many other people over the years. And we have done a variety of artistic programs. Are you ready for me to delve into those now, or should I wait a moment?
Yeah, well, definitely. First, I'm very fascinated, and you're speaking music, just words of inspiration and motivation with that whole entrepreneurial spirit. So I definitely, man, honor that and recognize that, and am grateful for your parents for instilling that in you. And so, yeah, let's definitely talk about this incredible stuff you do with, it. And how'd you come up with the idea of mystery dinner theater because it's not necessarily the norm in entertainment, especially, south side of Chicago and the black community. But I'm hearing the buzz, and people are really enjoying something that's a departure from the norm.
Yeah, it's funny. I got to tell you, I really can't take credit for it, to be honest with you.
And he's honest, too.
Oh, yeah, I got to give credit where credit is due, man. There was a woman that I worked with some years ago. I've been acting for years, off and on.
Mm-hmm.
And there was I don't know if you're familiar with this, Tori, but there was a business that was launched some years ago called Bronzeville's First Bed and Breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a bed and breakfast establishment on 40-something in King Drive.
Mm-hmm.
That was just a big mansion that a woman, and her name is escaping me right now, and I can't, but phenomenal sister, who basically, Pamela James, I think her name was.
Mm-hmm.
And she started a business to basically put a bed and breakfast establishment on the south side where people could come and they could have dinner and they could stay overnight and they could be treated in luxury and that sort of thing.
Right.
And she opened up, I think, 2 or 3 of those establishments. I remember the business specifically was called Bronzeville's First Bed and Breakfast. Well, somehow or another, I had been advertising, acting, something or whatever. Somehow or another, I ended up connecting with her. I don't even remember how at this point. And she asked me if I would be willing and interested in coming to the bed and breakfast to do a murder mystery, because she had been to these and she really liked them and she wanted one in our community. And so myself, with a few of the actors I work with, put together our first murder mystery improv show. This is probably about in 2000, around 2000.
Mm-hmm.
99, 2000. And it was a real success. And it was a really cool, different thing I had never done before. We had a butler and a maid and all that other kind of stuff. A real whodunit that I had never seen, and she really did well. Now, from what I understand, I don't believe that business is still going now, but I took the dinner theater concept and kept going with it, and I got hired to continue doing it. I've toured down in southern Illinois and Bloomington with a gentleman that I'm working with now, and we've done it. We did it for CHA's, one of their banquets they had one time. And so it really is taking on a life of its own.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah.
Man, that's beautiful. And did the butler do it?
Now, sorry, I can't tell you. And you got to see the show if you I can't tell you that. But
so when is the show? Tell us about the show.
Now, I've been really thinking about, for a couple of years, how do we take this show and really give it a home and a life. And I believe, Tori, everything is divine, man. I really, really do. Because most of the things that I have come my way in life or worked with were not things that ever really were planned. So I have a friend who is helping to run the restaurant over at the South Loop Hotel. It's called the L26 Restaurant. And the South Loop Hotel is on 26th and State.
Mm-hmm.
And she had seen us do the show back at CHA because she used to work for them. And we were sitting talking one day at somebody's house for a barbecue, and we sat down and we talked about it. And I had been already thinking about doing this show, looking for a home, meeting with people, etc. And we sat down and we talked, and it was probably about a year ago. And the idea just hit us, and so we started running with our first dinner theater show at this location back in February. We've done 3 shows there, and we've expanded because we're also doing the show in Matson this weekend at a place called A Fusion, which is a Asian cuisine restaurant establishment on Lincoln Highway. So we'll be actually at 2 places this weekend.
Wow.
Performing our dinner theater. So.
Man, that's incredible. So give people an idea of what to expect if they come.
Oh, good. Okay, great. Well, first of all, I can't tell you who did it, so you're not going to get that from me. But what I will tell you is come expecting to have fun, to laugh, to be engaged. You cannot hide. We will come and get you. The food is great. We actually, because I've been doing the show for so long, I got invited by an organization out in Gary some years ago, and we were doing the dinner theater show, and they wanted a dinner theater show, but they wanted something different. This is about in 2004. And so they asked me if I could put together something, and we sat and met, that had sort of a music Motown theme. So what we did was we created the Motown Murder Mystery.
Wow.
And so our show incorporates, when people love dance, they love singing, and all that other kind of stuff, our show is a Motown-themed murder mystery show where the director, whose name is Gwendolyn Alondra, who is the character, is casting for a Motown review. And she is auditioning. Audience members will be auditioned. Cast members will be auditioned, looking for that perfect person for her next show. Well, one of our singers ends up disappearing during the show, and we've got about an hour in which collectively we got to figure out who did it. And so you will laugh, you will eat great food, and you will have a wonderful time. The last thing I want to mention about that particular show is that I am so fortunate and blessed that I have the privilege of saying that my cousin is Christine Houston, who created the television show 227, which
oh, wow.
College, and she is actually in our production.
Wow.
And Christine is, I won't tell you, I can't share with you her age because she'll, that is not polite for a lady.
Right,
so let's just say that Christine is seasoned and is having a wonderful good time with some younger folks. And is really, she steals the show because she is very, very talented, very funny, and she'll be appearing in the show this weekend also.
Okay, now I need to review something here to make sure that I get this and make sure that the people who are listening get this, because you just said something that kind of blew me away.
Okay.
Okay, I understand going past, or that what they call the fourth wall, and having the audience interact with the actual performance.
Yes.
But are you saying that people who attend will also not only be interacting, but they'll be auditioning, and then this will be for something later on? I mean, did I hear that right?
Oh, no, I didn't say that now.
Okay.
Let me slow down.
Okay.
That actually was funny. I might use that idea later. But they're auditioning to participate within the show. So basically our show, and I don't want to give too much of it away.
Okay.
But our show starts off with cast members auditioning for this director.
Uh-huh.
And in the audition process, the director's looking for new talent. Everything in our show, for the most part, is interactive. And yes, we will get audience members who want to get up. They want to sing, whether they can sing or not. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Makes for a very fun opportunity and audition to be an additional part of our production during the 2 hours that we're there with them.
Gotcha. Man, that's incredible. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Absolutely. So,
where can people go to get more information, and how can they purchase tickets?
Sure. In order to purchase tickets, you can go online. Our website is the thirddimensiongroup.com. That is all spelled out, T-H-E, third, spell out the word third, and dimensiongroup.com. We also have another website, which the sites are linked, called tornthemusical.com, T-O-R-N, themusical.com, and that is our big hip-hop, Christian, spiritual production about a man who's torn between good and evil. And we just finished a successful run of that at the Vidum Theater in January. We'll be back at the Vidum Theater right outside of downtown in September, so we want all of you guys to come and see the show. You will enjoy it. Between these two shows, I really believe that you guys will have a wonderful time. And I really believe in putting good messages in these shows, too, that should help you to walk away with something good as well.
Wow, that's absolutely incredible. Man, brother, I know our time is short, but I definitely appreciate you coming on. And listen, I encourage everyone to go to the website, thethirddimensiongroup.com, and I want you to just talk about this real briefly, because what Third Dimension does, you have this incredible dinner theater, murder mystery, but then for people who have a business, for corporate organizations, you provide workshops to help people, and correct me if I'm wrong, to help the team or a project, help the whole entire organization meet their goals. So there's some motivation and skill set support that you do. Then you also do workshops for people who are interested in dance and theater.
Yes, sir.
And the school productions. I mean, man, you are shaking and moving.
Well, here's the deal. We really consider ourselves kind of a one-stop shop for artistic programming. So We do a little bit of everything. Obviously, I don't do everything, but I have a wonderful team of artists who are amazing, man. I mean, I got dancers and singers and, I mean, you name it. And what we have done is we have been able to, over the years, do arts instruction for young people, for kids. We did a 4-year engagement with the Section 8 program and the Chicago Housing Authority as they were doing the moving of folks from public housing to Section 8 housing. There was a lot of challenges in that in terms of people figuring out how to deal with the marketplace, how to, fix the credit, the whole nine. Well, we were hired by CHA and the Section 8 program to come in and to train residents through using theater and role-playing, which I thought was really, different and fun.
Right.
So we kind of found a little niche in doing some corporate stuff as well. So I find that, there's an old Chinese proverb that says, what I hear, I forget, what I see, I remember, and what I do, I understand.
Yes, sir.
And I believe that education, and we found a really good niche in terms of corporate and organizations, in giving people a chance to do something and to see something and not just hear things so that concepts can stick with them. So whatever your artistic need is, we do it. And our phone number, I forgot to mention, is 312-602-9642. 312-602-9642. And Tori, I just thank you for, number one, being out there, bruh, as a entrepreneur yourself, and really blazing the way out there like that. And number two, giving us an opportunity to share what we do with the audience.
Man, absolutely. Well, I thank you for that comment, brother, and really am glad to see you doing what you do, and glad that we can, play a small role in helping to get the message out.
Thank you, man.
All right.
All right.
Fantastic. All right.